Hey everyone, Dave with the Spillproof podcast. Just want to let you know we are still going to be posting our podcast episodes up on our YouTube channel, but we're going to be doing it a little bit differently. Instead of putting the full episode on there, what we're going to do is put small snippets of it, maybe some of the highlights, things like that. And then if you like what you heard, you can check us out where our podcast can be found. So right now, our podcast can be found at Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. So if you like what you heard, check us out, Spillproof Podcast. You can write to us at spillproofpodcast@gmail. We love to hear your feedback or throw some stuff in the comments. Thanks, and thanks for listening.
All right. My next one is I just put TV down, and I have a couple of regrets related to TV.
Agreed. That's one of mine.
Okay.
It's a big topic.
It is, because sometimes I regret how much TV the kids are watching.
I feel bad about it.
And I feel super guilty. And typically when that happens, we go on like a more strict TV allowance where I'm like no more than 2 hours a day. And typically it's in the morning, and then I strive every night before bed to not use TV. And sometimes I do, and sometimes I strive not to, but I try to just do it in the morning. But with Owen, when he was probably one, I don't know, probably from 9 months to 1, I was like, I want as little TV as possible. And I was super, super strict about it because I thought just even in the background that there was too much TV. But then other times I regret being so strict where, again, it's consuming my thoughts, where I'm sitting there and he's watching something like Bluey, and I'm trying to force him to do something else or redirect him, and it's just making everyone frustrated. So regrets on two different levels. One is, I think sometimes they watch too much TV sometimes, and then sometimes I'm just chill. I regret that I get so uptight about it. I've struggled to find that happy medium.
I don't love the amount of TV he watches. I mean, it is on the high side for sure. My bigger problem is when it's just, for lack of a better term, just garbage TV, which he doesn't watch that much of, I don't think. A lot of the stuff right now is Bluey, Bob the Train, Octonauts.
Which he calls coconuts.
Which
is very cute.
We have Disney Plus, so he'll watch zoo animals. He loves penguins.
Mm-hmm. You know what I can't handle right now?
Tractor tipping.
Cars, Toys, Movies.
Ugh.
I can't do it anymore, guys. Whoever makes Cars, Toys, Movies, I think maybe you're probably a billionaire because...
Well, there's over 1 million views.
Yeah,
there's
you have so many
1.5
views,
million
and
views.
you're just racing around like Matchbox cars.
It's stop motion though, so
it's stop motion. It's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work.
It's stop motion, so it's a lot of work. But he's obsessed with them. I can't watch them anymore.
Owen has, and this will segue into something else, but Owen has an obsession with the movies Cars. Mm-hmm. There's a few things TV wise he's obsessed with. Bluey, on occasion. Cars 1, 2, 3, all the Cars cartoons. As he puts it, Spicy Mickey, which is these little Mickey shorts.
Those Bluey and Spicy Mickey come and go.
They do.
But we watch something Cars related every single day.
Yeah, he loves Frank the Combine, which he picks the most obscure things to like. Mm-hmm. So it's 40 seconds of a scene, and then we have to rewatch those 40 seconds over and over again. And it's weird. He does that. He does the taco car on Cars 3.
Yeah, who's in it for maybe
twice?
3 minutes?
Yeah, not even. It's
it's
20 seconds
for
total.
For a 3 minute
split seconds.
total segment, but like the Derby's maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah. So it's crazy. And, Puffin Rock. Puffin Rock's actually really cute.
Puffin Rock is cute.
As far as Netflix shows go, it's actually a pretty good one.
Back to the Cars real quick. He's in the phase where he has to moo everything.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, the tractors, like, they scare Lightning McQueen and Mater scare the tractors, and they moo and, like, go up on their backs.
Yeah.
And then they, like, go or something.
Yeah.
And he tries to moo everything.
Yep. Everything gets tipped over.
Like, he once tried to moo Emily when she was sitting in her high chair. And I was like, no! And I got there in time. It was not a disaster, but, like, frequently I will come into a room and everything that can be knocked on its side is on its side.
Yeah, you used to be able to tell if he had been in the room because all toys, chairs, anything that could be turned upside down or on its backside was on its backside.
Yeah. It's a problem. It's a problem.
It's a problem. Outdoor chairs, doesn't matter.
I find myself, like, in public a lot saying, not everything has to moo, Owen. And I'm sure someone listening is, maybe they're a parent and they're like, oh, they're going through that phase right now. Or maybe they're like, what the heck is this lady talking about?
So, and again, this goes back to the whole, the Cars Toys movies is downright non-educational. But like something like Bluey, which is a little above his age range, I would say. And we've talked about Bluey before, I think maybe in our first episode, I want to say, just briefly. But I mean, I love watching Bluey. Bluey's a great show.
Mm-hmm.
I know you I mean, I think enjoy it.
Oh yeah, I like it. I go through phases, which I do with
Bluey got us through pandemic.
Yeah.
First season of Bluey was like all we watched in pandemic.
But there was one time when during pandemic, Owen was like the sickest he's ever been. It was not COVID, but just like a really bad virus. And we literally watched Bluey
start to finish, all 52 episodes.
Probably like 1.5 times a day.
Yeah.
Like all 50, and they're granted each episode's like 7 minutes. But I was like, and the poor thing was sick, but I was like, oh, and can we like put something else on? And I remember like also freaking out that he was watching too much TV while he was sick, to the point where like we asked the pediatrician if him watching like TV like nonstop while he was sick was a bad thing. And he was like, he's sick. Just like get through this. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, our pediatrician's great.
Like he's hurting right now. Just like whatever's going to give him comfort. But I would have to keep like an iPad or something, or like my phone near me so that I could listen to something else, like listen to a book on tape or listen to something else, because Bluey was just driving me nuts.
I don't have that problem.
No.
But, and second season is actually really, really good.
It is.
It is. And the other day, it was a great example of that.
Yeah, so last night we had dinner at my mom's house, my mom and dad's house, and my brother and his kids came. My uncle came, and we were celebrating his birthday. And there's this episode of Bluey where the youngest kid, Bingo, is in a bad mood. And the dad, Bandit, is like her bad mood embodied. So she stands on his feet and he holds her arms, and
he's got the bad mood hat.
He has this bad mood hat on, which is like a Viking hat, and he like goes around the house and like knocks things over, and they're like, Bingo, what are you doing? And she's like, I can't help it. I'm in a bad mood, because like she's stuck in the bad mood. So yesterday or last night, Owen was like, his cousins that he was playing with were, my gosh, I'm going to get their ages wrong and seem like a horrible aunt.
It's all on record.
12. Great. It's all on record. Don't get this wrong. But the oldest was 12, and then I want to say like 8. I'm going to say 8. Yeah. 7 or 8 was the youngest cousin. And Owen was like, let's play bad mood. And he picked the oldest to be the bad mood, and they chased them around, and the bad mood would occasionally catch one of them, and then they had to save whoever was caught by the bad mood, and then, keep running. And they would switch off who was the bad mood off and on, but they ran around the house like that, just giggling and playing Bad Mood for probably like a half hour. And he had so much fun.
So, I mean, there's some good things that come from TV, too. His memory is really good. Like, he memorizes certain things. Pink Fong is terrible.
I think I've said this on here before. I'm convinced Pink Fong has subliminal messaging.
I would believe that in the flashes or whatever, the bright colors, because
Yeah.
it makes him crazy.
It makes him so crazy, and I have banned it from our house. Like, we can listen to it in the car, but like, we can only listen to it. It's a listening thing, and we'll dance to it, but like, we are not allowed to watch Pink Fong in our house.
When he physically sees it, it sets him off into some crazy,
like,
crazy
he goes
mood.
into like a TV coma, and then he becomes a wild man.
Especially when you turn it off.
But even while he's watching it too, like, he just becomes a wild man. So that's banned in our house.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pink Fong.
So,
but we'll listen to you.
Yeah.
Like, he on his own, he started singing animals, 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 animals at dinner today.
Is that Super Simple Songs?
No, that's Pink Fong, I think.
Oh, is it? Oh, it is. It is Pink
is.
Fong. You're right. So, it's really cute when he does that too.
Yeah.
He does his little like shimmy thing.
Mm-hmm.
So part of me is like, well, that stuff is stuff that he's bringing into the real world and making it an activity, or, you know, he's using his memory to memorize it, and he's able to recall those things. So it's stimulating the brain, not in the sense of him just like zoning out and watching something play out, but it stimulates it, and he's memorizing it. He can recall the lyrics, and so.
But he's still watching too much.
He's
TV.
still watching too much TV, but I feel less bad about it when it's something like that than when it's like Cars, Toys, Movies, or even Spicy Mickey.
What is it? It's Mickey Go Loco.
Mickey
but
Go
Owen
Loco on Disney
refers
Plus.
to it as Spicy Mickey
Because the second
there's
episode,
one episode where they like eat spicy stuff. So he's always like,
Minnie
"Spicy
keeps making Mickey like a spicier and spicier thing.
Yeah.
They're cute. They're if you've seen any of the newest Mickey cartoons, they are seriously not age appropriate for
No.
kids.
He should not be watching any
No,
of
no, no,
it.
no. But Mickey Go Loco is actually okay.
No, yeah, I mean the newest one.
The newest ones are like Goofy's a zombie, Donald's dead, like Naked Mickey. He's actually seen that one and says Naked Mickey.
Yeah, he calls it, but it's like they lose their clothes on the boardwalk.
Yeah, well,
So Owen calls it Naked Mickey.
Goofy won't let Mickey and Donald come in because Mickey has no shirt, Donald has no pants or shoes, so they have to make an outfit between the two of them. It's the stupidest thing ever. And then Donald tries to pay with Mickey's credit card because he got the pants, and Goofy throws him out because it's credit card fraud.
You
or
know
something.
way too much about the details of that plot.
It stimulates my memory.
Jeez.
So
Anyways,
yeah.
TV is a constant like conversation in our house about too much, too little, and I don't know.
we don't use
again-
it as like a babysitter by any means, but it's on in the background a bit
Like
much.
a couple hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like recently too, like I'm on my kick again recently about like I don't want the TV on as much. So like we have it on in the morning when we're getting ready, and then my goal is to have it off the rest of the day. Today I did turn it on. I did turn it on for a little bit while I was making dinner, and then it was hard to turn off, and he, got upset. So my goal is like just in the mornings for a little bit, and then not the rest of the day. Like I said, some days we do really great at it, and other days it's on. Or like other days we'll be like, you know what, we're going to have a picnic in the family room and put Wally on while we're having like dinner, which we set up as a picnic in the family room. So I think
Indoor
it's always
picnics.
going to be a constant, not regret, but maybe regret of like, are we doing the right thing with this?
Constant angst about it.
Yeah.
But that being said, indoor picnics, good parenting hack.
And we'll have an upcoming podcast about our favorite parenting hacks or ones that we use a lot.
Gonna add that one to the list.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to the snippet of this episode. Full episodes can be found on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pandora. As always, we love feedback. Throw it in the comments or write to us at spillproofpodcast@gmail.com. Thanks for listening.